no?
Hahabol si Paul. Tatapusin niya lang daw yung meeting niya.
Okay.
Banggitin, broadcast mo sa chat natin. Baka may sumali.
Alam mo namang ikaw ang popular doon eh.
Ay, sus me. Ikaw talaga. Walang popular. Ang popular lang sa atin si Fritz Ocampo tsaka si Jun Neri.
Yan. Welcome natin yung iba.
Good afternoon sa ating
Good
community, di ba? Magsisimula tayo mamaya in a few minutes.
Yep. Welcome, Alex Cruz 90, AP9, Jenjan 1999, P. Vera 33, KZ Salazar, Sam Lopez 45, Super Sion, J. Paltrina 001, JT Sabong.
Share to your friends. Ayan.
Yung araw ata sa baba.
Ito. Share ko sa batch.
Sige.
Dali lang. Nag-lunch ka na?
Yeah. Marinig ba yung ingay dito? Hindi.
Hindi naman. Ako, narinig ba sa akin? Kasi,
hindi naman. Ginigiba yung tapat namin eh.
Okay. Ako, yung fan nandito. Kaya, share mo rin, Farley.
Sige. Ayan, na-share mo pala sa group, no?
Oo. Nakikita ba?
Tingnan ko pag
Nakikita ba dun
pinrest.
sa group natin?
Pag pinrest ko,
May mga nag-click na.
ako. Hindi, sinusubukan ko. Pwede. Yeah. So, kailangan ko lang mag-login. Okay. Gotcha. Naku, ano ba ko dito? Tsaka na. Gusto week mo?
Pare, pasensya na kagabi. Yung nag-brownout ng 3 oras.
Hindi, okay lang yun.
Buisit.
It happens, you know.
Pero super hassle yun, di ba? Nagtuturo ko. Excited pa naman ako magpa-podcast tayo. Ang ganda ng diskusyon natin. Tapos biglang, ano nangyari?
Yeah.
Wala, nabitin. Di ba? Ayan, Paul, join us, Paul. Nandiyan na pala si Paul.
Yeah. Welcome, Maria 315.
Paul, join us, Paul.
412. Ida, NH94. And Mark D. Si Joel, hindi sumasagot eh.
Joey Guillermo.
Hindi, si yung Joel, yung amin, si Parkod. May pre-season daw, sabi ni Joey Guillermo.
Hindi ko alam. Meron ba?
Sabi niya.
Tara, game. Okay.
Sirs, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everyone. And it's Tuesday, June 28. Welcome to another episode of The Point After. Ako po si Olivares. As always, kasama ko ang aking longtime classmate and friend, Farley Aguila. Farley, kumusta?
Mabuti. Good afternoon to everyone who's watching us now.
Baka nagugulat kayo, biglang after lunch kami. Sorry, nag-brownout kasi sa amin kagabi, hassle.
Ox lang yun.
Diba? Akala ko may chinek ko, nagbayad naman kami ng kuryente.
kayo lang madilim.
Okay, meron kami mga bisita ngayong hapon. Kasama namin si Paul. of NBA Inside Shop. Paul, nandiyan ka
Yep.
ba, Paul?
Yes, sir.
Oh, bakit mysterious ka? Nagtatago ka?
Na, na, na,
Magka-on-screen ka.
nasa office, sir. Nasa office, eh.
Ah, bawal ba? Naku. Oh, sige.
Bawal ang
Actually, and to
camera.
be honest with you, when we do our podcast stream, we don't really show our faces then. So, that's why we had our blue check,
Oh,
even though, medyo private, eh. Sorry,
Ah,
sirs.
no
baka ayaw
problem.
mo lang ma-discover, Paul, ha?
Oo nga, sir, eh. Baka ma-kick out tayo sa ating profesyon.
Naks naman, grabe. Okay.
Yeah.
Sige, so sa ating talakayan ngayong hapon, pag-uusapan natin ang nakaraang NBA draft kung saan na-snub si Kai Sotto.
Yep.
At, well, pag-usapan natin yung upcoming Gilas window. So, more or less dito nakasentro ang ating diskusyon. Okay, question for both Farley and Paul. Ay, yung mga sa ating mga community, pwede kayong sumali, pwede kayong mag-weigh in sa inyong mga kuro-kuro at kung ano pa. Pero, kung pwede, let's keep it clean and civil. Diba? There's no need to use
Sure.
language that is not cool. Diba? Okay, Farley and Paul, tsaka sa
Mm.
ating community, nagulat ba kayo o hindi kayo nagulat doon sa resulta na hindi na-draft si Kai Sotto? Unahin natin si Farley, then we'll hear from Paul, then anyone from our community.
Ako pareho.
No, sige, explain.
Ah, hindi ako nagulat kasi before the draft, talagang ine-expect ko naman na hindi. Ang hirap eh. 60 players lang ang pwedeng mapili eh.
Oh,
2 rounds of 30 teams. But nagulat ako kasi, nagulat din ako kasi yung agent niya, inassure tayo na he will be drafted. So
okay.
that's the reason na umasa ako.
Mm, mm.
Walang nga yung agent niya eh. Pinaasa tayong lahat, alam mo yun? So,
Okay, okay.
tapos nagkakagulo pa sila, di ba? May mga misspoken daw, di ba?
Ah, ah,
Hindi ko intindihan.
okay. All right. Sige, before we dig deeper sa iyong missed
Paul.
expectations, Farley, Paul, anong masasabi mo?
Ako, sir, to be honest with you, in my heart, I really wanted Kai to be drafted.
Of
But
course.
but in all honesty, I was looking at all of the people inside the draft. Parang it was going to be difficult, especially in the first round. I was hoping second round talaga.
Mm-hmm.
But then no. But honestly, I this is the first time I actually watched until the end.
Mm.
Kasi
Oh,
there's this hope in me talaga na even the 50th pick, it's fine. Even the 60th pick. And unfortunately, 2 picks per disqualified pa nga eh. So we only went as far as the 58th pick.
58, yes.
yeah.
And we were hoping, and this is a testament to the fact that we really watched until the end. Kasi the 49th pick actually belonged to the Cleveland Cavaliers. And they said that Cleveland was
Interested.
wanting to draft him. But then,
Yeah.
of course, they went for Isaiah Mobley, who was the older brother of the younger Mobley, which they drafted the year before. So
Mm-hmm.
sabi ko, after nun ay wala na talaga.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Ikaw.
alam mo, sa totoo lang, no, kung titignan ko siya objectively, hindi ko nakitang madadraft siya.
Yeah.
Pero if I don't think objectively, I was hoping, I even tweeted, sabi ko, si Eric Spoelstra, pag-asa ng bayan. No? Pero mali din kasi yung ganun thinking. You're thinking, like, using sentiment.
Yeah.
NBA organizations do not think with sentiment. Diba? They have to, they serve a large fan base. They serve a board of directors. They have to win. It's about winning. It's never about sentiment. Diba?
Yeah.
So, alam mo, sa totoo lang, no? Yung NBA is about skills and athleticism eh. Di ba? More or less, pagdating mo sa big leagues, finished product ka na dapat eh. More or less, finished product. But as talented as Kai is, parang kulang malayo pa
Mhm.
malayo pa eh. Kasi
Yeah.
parang sa
Parang
akin yung
minadali.
Australia, buti sana kung nag-mythical 5 ka sa Australia o nag-champion kayo. You cannot show flashes of potential. Although, hindi naman hard cast sa NBA na ganun lang, di ba? Kailangan. Meron din mga dinadraft na ganun din, pero, they pay for it. They pay for drafting poorly, di ba? So, not many teams will want to make that mistake kung sentiment and potential, di ba? Ayun. Pero, syempre, disappointed. Tama ka, Farley and Paul. Iniisip ko, sige, sana kahit sa dulo, kahit ikaw pinakauli. Di ba? And sabi nakikita ko yung comments ng iba, ito sagutin nyo to ha. Pag draft niyo si Kai, good piece of business yan kasi all
Asian.
Filipinos will jump on the bandwagon and buy merch, etc. What do you think of that sentiment?
Sir, can I get
Sure.
jump into that? Kasi
Yeah.
honestly, people, well, number one on the point about skills and sentiments, people don't realize how far the NBA skill set is compared to actually what we have. Don't get me wrong, I love the PBA, but
Oo naman.
I've actually seen them play like live, and you will see the difference in speed. Like
Oh,
these
yeah.
are we have centers like Junmar Fajardo, for example, is what 6'10", but then you'll see during the time when I watch it was in a Chris Webber. Like he would be similar to his height, 6'9", 6'10" during that time. And I've seen Webber like gallop in the floor, in the NBA floor, like a guard. So I
Oh,
mean it's really unfair to
Yeah.
compare yung skills. And you're
Skills.
right. Um NBA teams are afraid to make a mistake of drafting the wrong person just on potential. Just look at the line of people they drafted that turned out to be busts. You have Anthony Bennett. Those are medyo proven guys in the in the NCAA na when he was playing with the UNLV. Well, eto na lang recent. Wiggins almost turned out to be a bust in the
Bust.
draft
no,
until he
tama ka.
actually landed in a very good team. So there's always this question: is the guy NBA ready in terms of skills, and is the guy NBA ready in terms of physical attributes? I don't think Kai qualifies for both. But
Agree.
going back to your last question about the Philippines, though, if they draft um, Kai, it would be good for the NBA. As much as we're passionate about basketball, the Philippines is a very small market for the NBA. I
We're a
mean,
drop in the bucket.
we're a drop in the bucket, to be honest. Kasi, okay, number one, we're just 100 million people, or 130 million people, compared to, for example, an India or a China who's a billion. Okay, that's one. Number two, buying power. I mean, okay, in our circle, in our world, siguro a lot of people watch the NBA and you'd think, oh, okay, we buy a lot of NBA cards worth hundreds of thousands of pesos. But then that's just 1% of the whole population. You
Oh,
cannot expect like the 80% to spend, or not even 80, the less than 50% to spend 1,000 pesos on a jersey. I don't think so. So people have that misconception na, oh, you're gonna get 100 million people as fans, but then that 100 million will not translate to dollars because it's just the buying power of the country. I mean, I don't mean to demean the Philippines, but it's just
yeah,
it is
totoo
what it
naman.
is. It's reality.
Mas
So yun
bibili
lang,
sila ng
sirs.
knock-off na mura na 3-4 na daan, di ba? Mas bibili sila ng
Yeah, yeah.
knock-off eh. Di ba?
Sa kalaban,
Farley.
Green Hills. Diba? Sa Green Hills, Divisoria, di ba?
Okay. Alam mo,
Big Brother.
madaling sabihin kasi in the wake of the snub na I told you so, you should have stayed, you should have finished, at least makalaro ka ng Ateneo, ng college, di ba?
Yeah.
Ganun-ganun. Ano thoughts niyo doon? Dapat nag-Europe ka na lang, hindi Australia. Ano thoughts mo? Hindsight is 2020, Farley.
Yeah. Ako, I think minadali siya.
I agree.
Sana nagpahinog muna sa college, not because he was supposed to play for Ateneo, but para lang mabanat muna yung katawan niya, di ba? Tapos mag-improve yung skills niya. And then the missed opportunity in Europe. Because
Mm-mm.
sa akin, mas okay matrain sa Europe eh. Di ba?
Tama, tama. Farley, hold
We,
that note,
yeah.
ha? May
Yeah.
mga messages dito yung mga ating community. Farley, ano sabi nila?
102 Michael, siguro mas better kung mag-spend ng time si Kai sa NBL or try yung luck niya sa Europe. I agree.
Mm-hmm. O yan, meron pa. Si Silver
Sil-
Surfer.
I agree, Sir Farley. It was fast track. Yeah. Marami naman tayong ganun din nag-isip.
Mm-hmm.
And Mike Adewal, good point, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Samuel Ferrer, well said, sir. Inside, yon. Tapos welcome to the to our show sa ibang bagong habol.
Mm-hmm. Yan, yan. Okay. Sige, pagpatuloy mo, Farley. No?
Yun, so, kasi nung makita mo naman, like even in high school here, during the UAP juniors, uh, hindi naman siya unbeatable. Hindi unbeatable yung Ateneo with him on it, di ba?
No,
So,
no, not at all.
parang lalong minadali sa akin. Kung dito high school, hindi ka talaga angat na angat, no? You don't, yung parang ikaw lang talaga yung magaling doon. Eh, what more of abroad?
Mm.
Yun.
Mm-hmm.
So, sayang.
Tsaka,
Pero,
tsaka ano kahit naman sa Siaba, nag-gold medal sila. Eh ano naman yung competition mo sa Siaba? 'Di ba?
yes.
We're expected to dominate Siaba. 'Di ba? We're
Yes.
expected. And buti sana kung kalaban mo mga sinlaki mo, then you dominate and that's something else, no? But if you're playing against
You get
younger,
to the documents.
'di ba?
Yeah.
And pero okay, on that point na minadali, kung minadali siya, ano dapat ang kanyang ginawa? O, Paul, tapos balik tayo kay Farley. Kung minadali siya, kung yun yung
Yes, sir.
sa tingin mo, ano dapat ginawa niya?
Well, first and foremost, I think it was a good move to really go out of the country during the time and not play for Ateneo. I mean,
Hmm.
in as much as I'm an Ateneo fan, I would
Hmm.
rather that Kai took that route talaga. And
Hmm.
I think he improved vastly. Like
Yes.
even body wise,
Hmm.
physique wise, skill wise, but it still wasn't enough, honestly. So I agree with I'll call na lang si Sir Farley Tito Farley. I agree with Tito Farley na ano.
Farley na lang. Hello, hello
Okay.
naman. Hello.
Oh, sige, sige. Sige, Sir Farley. I agree na dapat talaga he spent more time in Europe eh. I think even with his current physique and skill set, he would have thrived in Europe at least as a sixth man. I'm not saying starter or whatever, but I think yung skill set niya would have been very useful in the European League. And he could have honed himself to be a better player there rather than going to the NBL. Although, naisip ko din, baka kasi wala rin namang offer from the European League. That's why he opted for the NBL.
That's also true. Tsaka, well, there are a
Which
lot of
means he's not
mobile
yet
and very
ready
good big
talaga
men.
for PBA. I mean, for the NBA.
Oo. Tsaka in Europe, maraming tall and mobile big men.
Yeah.
Di ba? They're
Yes.
bulkier and even faster. Di ba?
Yeah.
Sir, ito, I don't know if you're familiar with the players, but OKC drafted si Holmgren.
Hmm.
Did you see his body type?
Hmm.
Okay? He's like Kai, parang 7-footer. Center din siya from Gonzaga. He's 195 pounds, but he's a 7-footer, can run the floor, can shoot the 3 points. And there's a similar player that they drafted before him. His name's Alexei Pokusevsky. Ang
Pero
tawag nga sa kanila ngayon, the Thin Towers. Thin, as in Thin.
yes, the
Yeah.
thin towers. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So let's see. Chet Holmgren is a better version of Alexei Pokusevsky. Si Poku nga never blossomed into a real superstar in the NBA during his first year. And I think he's better than Kai. So just watch this too. If they survive the grind of the NBA, then that's your basis now whether Kai would have survived his first year if he was drafted. I just really don't think he's ready. I mean, that's just
Yeah.
me.
Actually,
But I love Kai.
talking to one of his handlers, I thought that they were coming out of the NBL way too early. And hindi ko alam kung bakit fina-fast track yung process. Why? I don't know why. Are they in a hurry to prove a point?
Money?
Money,
Ano?
di ba?
Yes, sir.
Hindi ko alam parang
Agents wants to cash in.
hindi ka
Sad but true.
hindi ka nag-dominate sa Australia di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi ka nag-dominate and how, I wrote an article, I wrote my column yesterday, Farley, no? Sabi ko, if you look at, tignan natin yung mga foreign players na pumapasok sa NBA. Huwag yung mga Amerikano. Kanila yun They can get whoever they want. But yung foreign players, mas maselan sila sa foreign players, di ba? At saka yung mga pumapasok, yung mga nadadraft, talagang nag-MVP ka, nagcha-champion ka, humahakot ka ng awards, Farley di ba? And then, although, humahakot din naman si Kai, pero ano naman yung competition, di ba? Again, we're not making light of other competition, pero iba yung level of competition na dinaanan nila Luka Doncic, di ba? Si Wang Jiji, di ba?
Yeah.
Wang Jiji dominated the CBA before he came over to the NBA. And hindi nga manalo-nalo si Yao Ming sa kanya. Hindi manalo-nalo si Yao Ming, di ba? Nung nawala si Wang Jiji, nagpunta ng NBA, saka lang nanalo yung Bayi Rockets, di ba? Against sa CBA, di ba? Parang ganoon, di ba? So, okay. Sige, nandun na tayo. Namadali yung proseso, no? So ngayon, may mga ibang nagsabi, hindi kaya racially motivated yung non-drafting of Kai. Ayan.
Asian hate? Hindi naman siguro.
Yan. Sige.
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I don't think so as well. But
Yeah,
I think
agree.
there's no proven, aside from Yao Ming, there's no proven Asian player yet. I mean, they're not. I guess they're not looking at it by the very color of their skin, but admittedly, just the skill set. I mean, if we're good enough to play in the NBA, there should be a lot more Asian players playing in the European League. I mean, let's just admit it. They're just, the European League is just a notch, not just a notch, siguro, a couple of notch higher than the level of play that we have here in Asia.
Oo
Sad,
naman. Ayun.
sad, but that's reality. So if we're not good enough for the what you call this, for the European League, how can we be good enough for the NBA?
Oo nga
True.
That's true. Okay. So, if you watch the post-game interview with Kai and his agent, as conducted by our very good friend Kinito Henson, and there seemed to be this, Kai looked very disconsolate, di ba? I don't want to say depressed. Disconsolate, out of it, di ba? Parang, alam mong he was hurting. And then, si Joel was saying that, okay, we won't be playing in the summer leagues, we won't be signing these contracts. Ayan, ano thoughts nyo? Let's start with you, Farley.
I think they should go to the summer league. If they really want to pursue that NBA dream for now. Although sinasabi nga nila, laro muna sa Gilas. So, conflict sabay yung Summer League and Gilas. So, yun, I really don't know. No? Siyempre, a part of me says, sana mag-Gilas siya because para mas may chance tayo. But, although a part of me says also na mag-ano siya, na mag-Summer League na lang and pursue his dream. Gulo pa dito ng programa, ganon. So, syempre para masaya rin yung full-blooded Filipino to make it to the NBA. Pero syempre, ayaw mo rin naman ng bangkulang, di ba?
Syempre.
Aabangan mo, sa round robin mo lang makikita, yung mga ganon, di ba?
Okay, Paul, ano thoughts mo doon? Pero may babalikan kita, Farley, on that note.
Yeah.
Paul, ikaw muna.
Ako, sir, honestly, the agent was saying they tried to avoid the draft and stash move. Kasi, although yung agent lang yung nakakaalam, he said that there were offers about getting Kai drafted, but they said no kung ida-draft and stash lang nila. I still do believe that the Summer League is another opportunity to give the NBA scouts a second look at Kai. It would have been prudent to actually get in there. But ang question ko lang, okay, NBA Summer League nga, but will he really get to play? Kasi baka
Yeah.
mamaya isa-sign lang siya ng NBA Summer League pero nasa bench lang din. So conditional yun for me. If he's really gonna play and be able to showcase his talent, then I'd say go for the NBA Summer League. That's the
Pero
second best route.
Paul, you cannot dictate playing time eh. You cannot dictate playing
Yeah.
time. And
Yan,
you are
sir.
only
Honestly.
paglalaruin ko lang talaga kung sa ensayo nagpapakita ka ng gilas. Oy, and
Gilas.
Sportito Joe, sali ka na dito, Sportito Joe, nandiyan ka na pala. May isa pang slot, pwede kang sumali dito sa ating talakayan.
May comment siya, pasok na naman World Cup Pinas, di ba? Yeah.
Exactly, di ba? Okay, habang hinihintay natin si Sportito, Farley, no, meron kang point na na-share sa akin yesterday about nasa office daw, di wag ka na
Huwag ka
Sportito,
mag-camera on.
wag ka na mag-camera, di ba,
Like
mag-headphones
si
ka.
Paul.
Okay. Meron kang point na na-share sa akin about Justin Baltasar not playing for Gilas and instead lalakarin yung kanyang sa family, no?
Yes.
Okay. Some people will accuse you of not being patriotic and some people will say, no, let the person follow his dreams, diba? So, where does that line, parang ano yan eh, gray area yan eh.
Yeah.
Ako, before I hear from Farley and then Paul, I will not begrudge a person. I will not tell him what to do with his life. It is up to him if he wants to play for the national team or not.
Yeah.
Diba? It is up to him. We all have our different motivations. Diba? And well, it's not like Justin Baltasar is closing his door and playing for the national team. Diba? Farley, thoughts mo?
Nagulat lang ako, no? Maybe he was trying to play it safe na baka ma-injure ka pa, but playing in a lower, di ko sa NBL, di ba? Pero sabi niya may utang na loob siya sa manager niya, Delta Pineda, so gusto daw niya makabawi, makatulong na mag-tripit, which they actually accomplished. Nag-tripit sila sa NBL, pero yung time sana nag-NBL siya, nilakad na lang yung Japan, visa or something, the papers. Kasi parang gusto ko rin siyang makita, lalo na nung napilay si Kwame. Di ba 11 slots lang nga ngayon pupunta doon. Umalis pala, kanina ba umalis kahapon? So, sayang. Sana nakatulong din siya doon. Tsaka maganda rin exposure sa kanya.
Oy, may question dito si Michael, no? Farley, may question siya.
Mga sir, si Remy po qualified? Hindi ata. Hindi ata qualified, no?
I don't think so, sir.
Nope.
Either naglaro na siya ng US national team or wala siyang Philippine passport before 16.
I think it's the latter.
Si Green pala yung naglaro sa US national team.
Si Green yung lalaro for the US national team, sir.
Naglaro na, di ba?
Naglaro na.
Naglaro na siya. Okay,
Yeah.
Naglaro na siya. Naglaro na siya. That was after the NBTC, naglaro siya. Di ba? Okay, Paul, your thoughts about that, about the Baltasar situation. Does that make you less patriotic? Or should you go for your dreams?
Sir, definitely not. Not everyone is born like a Chris Chu who has a discovery group of companies to fall back on after basketball. People have to realize Justin Baltasar has to put food on the table. I mean, it goes the same for even the PBA players who are opting to go to Japan. I mean, I don't like it. But what can we do if they're gonna get paid 1 million pesos a month? Why not? I mean, are we going to pay them 1 million pesos a month to go to the national team? Then, and it's not for me a gauge of being a patriotic. Like what you said, sir, he's not closing his door. He just said that at this point in time in his life, he needs to take care of his family. So who are we to say you can't do that?
Exactly.
Diba?
If you want to serve your country, go join the military, guys. Tayo sa Spratlys.
Sir, yan si Carrot Cooler, sorry. Yan si Carrot Cooler has a lot of good insights as well. If he wants to go up, you can invite him. He goes up in our stream. Si Carrot Cooler.
Akit lang.
Carrot Cooler. Hello, hi.
Carrot Cooler, join us.
Bro, if you're not doing anything,
hi,
you
guys.
can X the one who's there right now if Carrot Cooler can come up. Yeah, there you go, sir. Hey bro, come up if you can.
Explain why
Carrot Cooler. Muna, sorry.
We cannot muna.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Alright, back to the discussion. No? Okay, at this stage, they have not divulged your next moves, diba?
Yeah.
But I really think that they should get their act together because it looks terrible for Joel to be saying one thing during an interview, then Kai to be tweeting something else, and another their handlers telling me personally that what Joel said is not true. Seems to be disconnect. Whether I don't know what's going on in there. I don't know. But usap muna kayo. Usap muna kayo.
Oo,
Di ba?
parang, di ba?
Pangit tignan, di ba? Pangit
Yes.
talaga tignan. It just goes to show that you guys really don't know what the hell you're doing. Whether masakit pakinggan o hindi. Pero yun talaga yun eh. Di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng
Yeah,
puro puri ang pakikinggan ninyo. Kailangan yung mapakinggan kahit masakit.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
question tayo. Di ba?
Ay,
May
dali.
question.
I-clear ko lang yung stand ko kanina. Ha.
Oh,
Hindi ko sinasabing hindi dapat nag-Japan si Baltasar.
mm.
Yun lang yung if he could play sa NBL, why not muna dun sa Gilas? That's all
Mm.
I'm saying.
Pero sir, I agree na lower competition naman talaga yun.
Yeah.
And although I think he's getting paid by his
Oh yeah,
handler there,
definitely.
I don't think he's gonna get paid that much compared to the one in Japan. And
Yeah,
I think the same handler naman, the team owner, is his manager then. So I
yeah,
think
yeah.
the
Yes.
manager is also taking care of him going to Japan because he's gonna get a percentage out of his. Parang he's technically the agent if I'm not mistaken. So si Gov din yata yung agent niya.
Tama, tama. Tama.
Yun.
Okay, since wala pa naman na lumalabas na balita sa kampo ni Kai Sotto, sa inyong kuro-kuro pananaw, anong dapat niyang gawin? Ikaw muna, Farley.
Sa akin, get the best possible training. Tapos pati yung physical ano niya, baguhin niya, 'di ba dapat mas malaki.
So, mag-workout muna siya before joining a team?
Hindi, tingnan muna niya kung ano mga magagandang offer. Pero kung talaga nagmamadali pa rin sila, siguro
Huwag nilang madaliin. Hindi na nga nag-work yun eh.
yun. So pero tanong ko rin, is PBA an option? Hindi, no? Hihina lang siya lalo eh.
Saan, saan?
Sa PBA dito, pag dito naglaro, para talagang batak sa laro, hindi rin eh, no?
Wala, hindi ka na, I doubt kung kukunin ka pa doon. Di ba?
Hindi, kasi
Well,
from playing time factor, he will be playing a lot here. Di ba?
pero, ewan
Ako
ko lang,
Summer League pa rin.
unless the PBA changes the way they lend their players, di ba? You were gonna invest heavily on him by getting him, tapos
Yeah.
papakawalan mo sa NBA. Ewan ko lang, ha? Alam mo, marami tayong dapat baguhin na sa ating pananaw sa basketball. And alam mo, Paul, earlier, sabi mo, medyo hindi ka agree na nag-aalisa ng mga player natin. But, I think it's a healthy sign, that I think masyadong secular yung thinking natin in local basketball. Walang import sa NCAA. Di ba napaka-crap nun, di ba? And there are more than 20,000 foreign students in the US NCAA, di ba? Di
Mhm.
ba? Imagine if they sent home all those 20,000 students. And dito, napaka-backward ng ating thinking. Ayaw ng foreign player kasi hindi raw magdo-dominate. Talaga naman, ha? Talaga. Di ba? Bakit yung mga maliliit natin player nagpupunta doon? Di ba?
Ako
Ano?
sir, let me qualify. When I said I don't agree, it's not
Mm.
that I blame them. I don't agree sana. I mean, it would have been ideal if they were playing here. But it's not their fault that they're going out.
But,
But I do agree, basketball, the PBA should remove all of the restrictions na. It should be like an open league. Honestly.
Yeah. Kung
oo,
sino may
Kasi,
gusto doon,
kung
laro.
sino yung
Kung
may
ayaw,
gusto,
yeah.
kasi why are you protecting your players na you think are the best? If you're claiming to be the best in Asia, the best Asian league, then you
They
must have
stay
the
here.
best players. So if you don't have the best players, you can't be the best league in Asia.
oh,
Yeah.
I hate to say it. I used to work for the PBA, but I don't watch it anymore. Once in a while, the odd game, but I don't watch it anymore. Parang
I only watch when it's an MVP team versus an SMC team.
ako
Kasi doon baka may competition, baka.
not
But
even. Not
not
even.
even na rin, sir.
Wala na.
Pagod na.
No, I think I follow it intermittently, no. But the last time I was heavily invested in them was one when I was working with the PBA. Number
Okay.
two, when I was the media officer of the Meralco Bolts, so I had
Okay.
to follow the Bolts, and
Uh-huh.
in following the Bolts, you follow everyone else, diba? So you know what to write. Uh, I think that hindi naman dapat yung talagang 10 foreign players in your team. Hindi naman ganoon. Lagyan mo ng cap,
Mm-mm.
dalawa. Di ba? Pero I think it's high time that the PBA opened, changed its policies and all that. Kita mo, nagsasuffer ng pandemic, nagsasuffer sila. Nag-usap kami ni Com Willie Marshall. Saga Com, bakit hindi kayo mag-allow ng ibang sponsors? Di ba? Dapat magpasok yung sponsors ngayon. Ayaw pa rin eh. Talagang, sorry, I know, no? It's business. Suga pa. Eh. Kaya ganyan nangyayari. Nag-aalisan ng mga player. Wala kayong makuha. UAP is more popular than the PBA. Diba?
I agree.
Mas
True.
popular pa yung PVL sa kaysa sa PBA. Diba? That says something.
Yeah,
That says something. Diba?
correct.
But we're not here to bury the PBA because even if I don't watch, I'm still a PBA fan kahit paano.
I
And
still
I
do watch,
emphasize.
honestly, sir. I
Yes,
still
that's
do
good.
watch.
That's good. Okay. Mabalik tayo kay Kai Sotto.
Ako, sir,
So,
fire the agent. Number one move.
Pati
Fire
handlers.
the agent or agents. Second, go to a league where you can show you can dominate. But not the PBA. Like, I don't know if you're gonna well, not here. Basta go outside and dominate. There, show to the world there that you're NBA ready.
Well, that's only
I don't know what's in between that. If you need to go training, weightlifting, or whatever. Basta ako, yun lang yung tingin ko. Prove yourself first that you can dominate somewhere outside the NBA.
dalawa
Except
lang
the PBA.
Dalawa lang yan. European or Australia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yun lang.
Dalawa lang yun.
That's it.
Alam mo yung, okay, question ha, Farley.
Yeah.
Sa tingin mo, it's also a maturity issue. An issue of maturity. He's 19 years old.
Yeah.
Parang hindi pa siya ready to, to handle this, handle that, accept this, and accept that. Diba? He's such a napaka-obedient na bata niyan eh. Pag makita mo, bit-bit niya yung baby niyang kapatid, diba? Naglalaro siya. He's a kid. He's a tall kid.
Nagpatato nga ngayon, di ba? Nagulat ako, di ba? Para maging mama siguro. Alam mo yon, baka image, I don't know.
I thought after, sana tinapos niya muna yung Ateneo High School, kahit di siya maglaro ng college sa Ateneo, mag-US NCAA ka na lang.
Mm-hmm.
So yun, magandang tanong yan. Sige, Farley. Dapat ba pag ganun, kung ang pathway mo NBA, dapat ba maglaro ka sa US colleges? Because Japeth tried it. So did Kobe. Some people will say go to the D League or the G League. Diba? D League, you saw Japeth try it. You saw Trey Parks try it. You saw Kiefer try it. But it didn't work. But it doesn't mean it will not work. So anong sa tingin nyo? Dapat ba maglaro ka sa US para makita ka ng scouts? Farley, ikaw muna.
Ako tingin ko, yes. Nag-college siya lang sana siya doon. It would have been a lot better than what the path that he took now. Siyempre, on hindsight naman yun di ba? But if it works, siyempre, sabihin natin, yung galing ganda nung ginawa nila. Ngayon, hindi, di ba? So, I think nag-college siya lang muna siya dapat.
O kailangan Div 1. Mas maganda pag Div 1 siya, di ba?
Yes, for more exposure. Tapos kung Division 1, di lalo na.
Oo, di ba? O Paul, ikaw thoughts mo doon, Paul?
Ako, sir, kasi there's only two paths to the NBA eh. It's either you go through the NCAA or you sign off on a professional team outside the NBA before you're able to get it's either you get drafted through NCAA. Even before you qualify pala for the draft, you have to be from the NCAA or signed to a European league team yata or something like that. I agree with Sir Farley na dapat talaga it should have been the college route. Kasi kung college route, he would in Division 1, I think he would have a better chance to showcase himself kasi most
Yeah.
of the people coming in there are high school. So medyo ka-level din niya. Unlike kung
Yes.
pupunta ka na ng Australian League, mama
Tropa.
na yung mga nandun eh.
Yeah.
If you cannot survive yung NCAA na college, how can you survive playing against grown men? With regard to the maturity issue, sir, I'd like to remind some people na si Luka Doncic yata turned,
13.
although European naman siya, iba naman yung mindset
13.
ng European to
13
Pinoy.
ata. Di ba?
13. He was signed 13. And he
Oh,
only
Pero,
got to play
pero
when he was
Paul,
16 na yata, sir.
there's no such thing as collegiate sports in Europe.
Well, that's the thing also. Tama ka, sir.
People go to
Tama. Yeah.
clubs. People go to clubs, and that's the difference. And
Same as
true.
Giannis nga pala, di ba? He went to a
Yeah.
club kasi
it's club
tama,
sport,
sir. Tama.
diba?
Uh-uh.
Ang
True.
college talaga sa kanila, mag-aral ka.
Walang concept ng student-athlete.
Oo,
Student lang talaga, sir.
student talaga, di ba? So, naiba lang yon sa sa North America. Tsaka here in Southeast Asia, I cannot speak for China. I wouldn't know the sports landscape there.
Uh-huh.
Pero ako, nangihinayin ako, hindi niya tinapos yung Ateneo High School niya. I think the added years, the added training, the added maturity would help you for college. Granted, kung hindi ka pwede ka mag-senior high sa US.
Mm-hmm.
Pero
or
hindi
community college. Kaya lang magko-qualify ba Division 1? Meron bang community college sa Division 1? Wala yata.
Wala, pero at least kahit paano, usually pag nag-JUCO ka, pwede kang makita eh. Di ba?
Sir, ako may question related to this, related to him. Assuming, for example, he even took the college route. Do you think that politics also, when I say politics, like connections and stuff, also affect you getting drafted in the NBA or at least getting a contract? Kasi, like, look at the two undrafted guys who are legacy players. Well, tama ba yung legacy? Kasi yung son ni Shari, son ni Shaq, son ni Ron Harper, they both weren't drafted, but they got two-way contracts na kaagad.
Kahit anak ni Scottie Pippen, di ba?
Anak ni Scottie Pippen, there you go. Yung
Pero
kay Ron Harper, Pinoy daw yung mom, right?
Yes.
Oo.
So.
Pero hindi, that goes to show you it's not about politics. They will draft who they should. They did not dominate.
Who they really want.
Kasi di ba, yun din ang knock kay Bronny James, di ba? LeBron was saying that, he'd like to wait for, if possible, play with his son. But maraming kumabatikos, hindi naman magaling anak. Magaling, pero anong competition na kalaban niya?
At least not NBA level galing.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know also. I don't watch him naman. Only highlights.
I watch him, but he's not like the old man. The old man was
for sure
something else when he was in high school. Something else. Pero wala eh. Tingin ko hindi naman politika yun eh. Di ba? Hindi na talaga, di ba? The knock on Scottie Pippen Jr. was that he did not have the requisite athleticism. You don't even have the athleticism of your father. Diba?
So parang nako-compare, no?
Jumper.
So it was more a negative pa for them that they were
parang nako-compare
sons of...
sa tatay eh. Yeah.
Oo. Well, yeah.
Well, honestly, tingin ko hindi nako-compare, Farley. Well, hindi sila impressed sa skills. Hindi impressed.
So talagang skills lang talaga, sir, yung basis talaga.
It's hard to tell how teams, but I would like to think
ordinaryo eh.
Kasi kung titignan mo yung third ng Miami Heat, everyone was thinking, Spoelstra will draft Kai. Then you can see they're thinking, di ba? They're looking how to tinker with a team that is coming close to win an NBA championship, di ba? So you don't need projects on your team. You need someone to push you over the hump and win an NBA championship.
Make an impact. Yun yung kailangan nila talaga.
Farley, may mga comments, Farley.
Carrot Cooler, I agree. Malabo naman na may conspiracy theory a conspiracy between all 30 teams. Yeah. Saan
Oh,
pa?
oh,
It's
si
not that
Sportito.
good, sabi ni Silver Surfer 24. So,
No, may
salamat po
galing
sa
siya
mga
naman. May
nagpadala ng
galing siya.
halo-halo.
May galing. Meron talaga. May galing siya. But,
Sabi ni
but,
Sportito Joe, on the other side of the coin, meron ka ring Steph, Clay, and Cole Anthony. Yeah.
hmm,
Manu Ginobili is one of the examples na nag-Europe muna bago pumasok ng NBA.
hmm,
Nag-play muna sa Italy.
hmm,
Yep.
mhm.
Ni Sportito Joe who are arguably better than their legacy.
Exactly. Di ba? So
Correct.
it's not about politics. You cannot do that in the NBA.
Mhm.
Papatayin ka. Nakita mo yung reaction ni Stephen A. Smith at ni Spike Lee dun sa draft ng New York Knicks.
Ah,
That was the amusing part, sir, to be honest with you. That was the sideshow.
Pero di ba, that goes to show that, you will be judged by your draft selections.
Mm-hmm.
Di ba? Dito, I hate to say it, di ba? You question sometimes the draft here. Di ba? And I've seen it. People drafted kasi business partner na yung tatay, ganyan-ganyan, di ba? O anak, pero hindi naman deserving, di ba?
yeah,
Well, ibang liga yun. Let's stick to the discussion, di ba?
true.
Okay, Farley. Sabi
Yes.
natin, pwede siya maglaro sa top leagues, no? Pero ano pa dapat gawin niya? Sa tingin mo ba mahabang proseso pa to o
Yeah.
konti na lang?
Bulk up. Nipis eh.
Hmm.
And siguro yung shooting, mas para doon sa mga gustong gumamit ng mga stretch, stretch 4, stretch 5, mga ganon na
Hmm.
teams.
Mhm.
What else? Siguro medium range din, di ba? Para talagang meron siyang
Holmes, join us, Anton Holmes.
yon, Anton Holmes.
Anton, join us, please. Come, let us join us. Sabi nga ng daddy ko. Come, let us join us.
Nakakatakot yung sir, come let us join us.
Sabi ni Sportito Joe,
parang binibisahan ka na nun.
sabi ni Sportito Joe, skills training sa tingin ko, Giannis was just a stain when he entered the NBA. Yeah, pero yung iba naman syempre yung, di ba, parang genes nila rather than us.
Oh, sir, iba yung fast twitch muscles
Yeah.
ng ano talaga ng
Tsaka,
ethnicity. Paano
alam
ko
mo,
ba sabihin politically
alam mo
correct?
guys, Paul, Farley, Anton, all the people dito sa ating community, no? Grabe din kasi yung attention sa NBA. Grabe. 'Di ba? They have their own dedicated bloggers, their dedicated reporters, 'di ba? In each and every city. Susuriin nila talagang pagmamasdan lahat, aaralin nila, babalik-baliktaran yung kanilang draft picks and selections and choices. 'Di ba? And poor draft pick can unmake you as a general manager.
Can get you fired.
And
Actually,
get
can
you
get you
fired.
fired.
Oo. Hindi tulad sa Pinas eh. Overstaying na, nandiyan pa rin eh.
Oo nga.
Okay. May question dito. Mga sir, ask ko lang. Ano yung tanong? Bakit po hindi naging successful ang New York Knicks pero they have the money para maging winner? Nako, Farley, anong iyong mamaya ako nasasagutin yun. Ikaw muna, Farley.
Actually, nga ako nahihiwagaan ako dyan sa New York, no? Dati sabi, problema si Phil Jackson. Wala na siya. Ganun pa rin. Or
Pero bago
nag-improve
si
ng
Phil Jackson,
kaunti.
problema si Isaiah Thomas.
Oo, di ba? Tapos nawala na yung mga yun. Ganun pa rin. Although medyo nag-improve, nag-playoff
Oo, di ba? Ang ganda
minsan.
ng team nila nung isang taon, di ba?
Tapos balik na naman sa dati. Ownership, sabi ni Sportito Joe.
Si Dolan. Yeah.
Poor ownership? Hindi, rich yan eh. Hindi poor, rich yan, rich. Para naman makakagiging owner yan kung poor yan. Taga to si Joel, oh. Chief,
Pero, alam mo, we can only blame Jimmy Dolan for so much. At the end of the day, it's the guys. Di ba, ikaw ba gusto mo matalo sa court? Di ba gusto mo lumaban eh.
oo nga.
Siguro, wala, kailangan mo ng transformational coach and, a player na magbubuhat sa inyo. Ako akala ko may chance nun with Jeremy Lin eh.
Yun,
Pero
wala na, no? Kaya
hindi
pa
ko
naman.
naiintindihan sila Mike D'Antoni. Ewan ko.
Sabi
After
ni
nung
Anton,
Insanity, hindi na siya na-sign. 'Di ba?
oh,
Parang
bakit nga, no?
it didn't make sense at all. It
Yes.
didn't make sense.
Mhm. Mhm. Ano sabi ni Sportito? Wala, pinalipat ni Melo. Kasi natabunan si Melo, di ba?
Ay, nako, man.
Ano mo sayang. May mga franchise talagang gano'n na heart na malas talaga. No? Malas.
But is it really malas, sir? Hindi ba parang we all know they're rich. It's a big market team na even if they're doing that bad, people are still watching. People still are holding on to their season tickets.
Season tickets, yeah.
Tapos sila, they don't want to really spend. Kasi sino bang player that they're really spending on? Sa salary dump lang din sila eh. They'll sign them in bad contracts and then they'll drop them. Hindi rin naman nila binabayaran yung the whole duration of the contract eh. So I don't think they're really spending eh. They're not.
I think they need a culture change. Diba? Culture change dapat yan.
Favorite team ko pa naman yan, sir, noon when Riley was there, the Godfather.
Oh.
Gusto ko yan eh. I was anti-Chicago Bulls then. I wanted, in as much as I collected a lot of Michael Jordan cards, I hated Michael Jordan for being godly. Gusto ko yung mga si John Starks. Kasi mas nakaka-relate ka eh.
Oh.
John Starks, yeah.
Very blue collar. No?
Grabe.
Alam mo, may kwento ako, ha? Yung my very first Michael Jordan jersey. Very first yung nabili ko sa New York. And I walked into yung champion and yung champs the brand, no? Yung champion na brand champion. That was the first one. Sila dati gumagawa eh. Tapos ako, I'd like to buy a Michael Jordan jersey. Lahat na sama ng tingin sa akin. This was at the height of the rivalry. And sama ng tingin sa akin dahil, we don't serve your kind over here.
Very rude pa naman ng New Yorkers.
But we want the almighty dollar. But
we want your money.
This, you can get the F out of my shop. Ganoon, di ba? Hindi kasi alam mo, siguro tayo, no? Kung baga tayong tatlo, we both went to the same school. And we root for our school very passionately. And whether we like the coach or we don't like the coach, wala. We root for our school. Ganun talaga. So ganun din sa New York. No? They're passionate about their team. Very, very passionate. And,
so win or lose, it's the team they choose. Ganun ba, sir?
Well, well, they will let you hear it. If they don't like you, they will boo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
So very passionate. No? Now, Kai Sotto, before we move on to Gilas, no? Kai Sotto. May pag-asa pa o wala? Farley.
Meron.
Yan yung sinasabi natin. Meron pa.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bata pa siya eh. Marami pa pwedeng mangyari. Dapat lang maging dapat yung tiyaga eh. Masyado nilang sinortcut nga eh. Kanina pa natin sinasabi pa ulit-ulit.
Farley, tingin mo pag-asa next year yung FIBA World Cup na gagampanin dito sa ating mga arena? Pagkakataon din ni Kai na makita siya ng mga scouts and the world's best.
Yeah, nawala ako.
Oo, nawala ka nga, Farley.
Yeah.
Kasi, di ba, kung kung titignan mo nung 1992 Barcelona Olympics, chinibog ni Jordan and ni Pippen si Tony Kukoc yung
Yeah.
elimination. Pero nung
Yes.
gold medal match, nagpakita si Tony Kukoc.
Nagpakita.
In
Yeah.
fact, sabi ni Michael Jordan sa kanya, see you in Chicago.
Yes.
You need to perform on the biggest and grandest stage. So next year, if Kai Sotto will play, he should dominate.
Correct.
Diba? Ayan. Oh. Pero Farley, ikaw, ano thoughts mo, Farley? Ano
Sa
pang,
kay
ano
Kai,
pa, oo, and dapat ba niya magbigay siya ng pagkakataon ba yung World Cup next year?
that would be a nice way of showcasing his talent, his improvement yung World Cup next year. So, tingin ko dapat mag-ano muna siya ngayon, yung talagang training, habulin nila yung playing time hindi yung liga Kasi
Playing
nakasign
time.
up pa nga sa isang
Saka,
matinding liga.
kailangan angat yung laro.
Oo. Kasi nasa liga ka nga pero nakaupo ka naman, di ba?
Oo. Oh, sabi,
Hey guys,
before we
what's up?
hear more from Farley and Paul, sabi ni Sam Ferrer, kaya pa yan. Silver Surfer 24 says, not the time to give up. Yes.
True.
Melkuan, you still have a lot of upside.
True.
Yan.
Hey
Diba?
guys,
Oh, Farley, ano pang mga dadagdagan mo doon?
Yun, magtyaga talaga ng training para talagang ipakita niya yung improvement niya. Tapos for sure, we will be using him sa next year sa World Cup. And all eyes will be on him also. So baka after nung World Cup next year, somebody can sign him up. Yung nga sabi, may article ako nabasa kanina na mabuti na rin daw na hindi siya na-draft kung hindi rin naman daw siya isa-sign in. Because pag na-draft siya, yung rights siya would be owned by the team only. Unlike now, all 30 teams can sign him up.
Yun yung draft and stash.
Yeah.
Na ayaw daw nila.
Oo, maiipit pa. Maiipit lang daw, ganon. So, tama rin naman in a way.
Well, may pros and cons lahat.
Yes. Agree.
So, nandiyan na si Carrot Cooler. I think he has something to say. Bro.
Ano sabi niya?
Hey guys, what's up?
Nakikita ko si Michael. Kailangan po, mas
okay
kung sana malagay siya sa bracket na may malalakas na big man para ma-expose siya. Very good.
Yeah. But I just want to get the consensus of the group since we're talking about Kai Sotto.
Yes, man.
So is everybody in agreement here na fair and justified yung hindi pag-draft sa kanya? Because I think fair naman. I think justified that he wasn't drafted.
Agree.
Yeah, well, alam mo kasi having watched the NBA draft for so long, you see teams make good decisions, bad decisions, questionable decisions. And to this day, they still make questionable decisions. As we just said, Stephen A. Smith's reaction says it all about the Knicks. Diba? But the one thing that they will always look at are your skills and your athleticism. They will, because grabe, diba? You jump over the moon in the NBA. Diba? If you don't have that,
I mean,
we've seen like yung Santos from Brazil, diba? Ang nagustuhan naman ng Warriors sa kanya is ability to attack the rim. But him making the Warriors is a long shot. Diba? So, I don't know if it's fair. I just know that people make stupid decisions.
Yeah, but the only thing parang,
sorry.
Kumbaga, yeah, I mean, I agree with you. And basically what I'm trying to say is, wala namang unfair na nangyari, right? I mean,
yes.
There are, kumbaga, kasi
they based it on logic and
a
lot of research.
I see a lot of posts out there now. Oh, blah blah blah. When Kai wasn't drafted, and daming haters, man. Oh, damn the NBA, blah blah blah. They're racist, blah blah blah. Pero I'm like, dude, it's not like it's not like he was LeBron James or something, diba? Kumbaga, wala namang sigurong conspiracy against him. Diba?
Yung mga nagsasabi noon, pare, Yung mga hindi nanonood ng NBA.
Oh,
Naprick lang
yeah.
yung kanilang Pinoy pride.
Yeah.
This sir,
Oh,
ako ano yan eh. It's ako, my opinion, and tiningnan ko yan. It's all about the views eh. Kasi nagulat ako, I mean, not even ako, I don't see myself as a qualified analyst or whatever. I'm not. I'm even saying it now. I'm not. This is just my personal opinion. Pero the way social media is structured right now, they would say anything to get views, and people who I don't know
yeah.
saying their views about Kai Sotto getting drafted are getting 20, 30,000 views. I mean, they're
Dude,
monetizing whatever they're monetizing
seriously,
just
I
because they
agree.
have a stage.
I agree. I agree.
Mhm.
I
So
think. Thanks,
either way,
guys.
whatever happened, they're gonna make money out of it, even though they don't qualify to even say one tidbit about the NBA. They will claim to be everyone's a coach, everyone's an analyst, and that's just I don't know, stupid.
I agree. But eventually you are outed as a fake and someone who is not knowledgeable, di ba?
Sana nga, sir. Sana nga. Kasi nakakainis eh. Everyone's a coach. Parang hassle.
You
All
know,
right.
it's
Thanks,
also,
guys.
you know,
Baba muna ako.
Thanks,
let's
Carrot Cooler. Thanks, bro.
All right, man.
feel free to join us next time again.
Okay yan, sir. Si Carrot Cooler isa yan sa mga ano namin eh.
Yeah,
Sa
yeah, okay siya,
mga
okay siya.
friends namin na sumasama sa
Okay siya,
Steam.
okay siya. Okay siya. We should do this again. All right? Okay. Any last word? Any final thoughts before we just very quickly talk about the Gilas, upcoming Gilas window?
Sir, ako one lang. When you said na is it time for him to give up?
Oh,
Ako, I would really say no. Kasi
Of
if Gary
course.
Payton
two.
the
Yeah.
second junior had a place with the Warriors after trying it out for so many seasons, after applying to be a video
Yeah.
coordinator, he was given a chance to play. He's an undersized guard. Undersized guard. But I mean, full of athleticism and siguro it's blessed with the genes. So ako, it's just my personal take that si Kai has a better upside than a Gary Payton. He just has to find the right place to hone his talent now and hopefully yun na nga, improve his physique and then hopefully get a chance to play in the NBA kasi it's a matter of timing and luck, I guess. Kasi kung if a Gary Payton Jr. can have a place in a stacked team like the Warriors, and maybe he can have a role in I don't know even a Dallas Mavericks team na
Pero
baka.
Gary Payton is a crucial piece to the Warriors puzzle.
Yeah.
Huh?
Hindi, pero yun nga sir, pero he was a nobody
He
when
was.
before he entered the
Yeah. He was
season.
cut.
As
Well,
in,
it's
but he
also
proved to
because
be
di ba, if you again, no, if you look at Scottie Pippen Jr., Ron Harper Jr., di ba? I don't think that they're gonna give you a free pass because you're the son of so and so.
mhm.
Otherwise, the son of Michael Jordan would have been drafted.
Yeah,
I
true.
don't think they'll give you that pass, diba? I think that's people should understand the way Americans think. You know, they don't think that way. There's no sentiment here, diba? It's what can you do for me? What can you do for my club? And I think that you just need to show, as all of you said, no? And everyone is sharing, you have to show your worth. You have to show how good you are. You have to show
True.
your skills. Hindi ka pwedeng potential eh. Dapat naglalaway sila para sa'yo.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Pinapantasyahan ka.
Yes.
Di ba? Dapat ganoon, di ba? Luka
Agree, sir.
coming out of Europe, Luka, grabe. Di ba? Can we get this kid? Di ba? Dapat ganoon. People should be raving about you because of what
Sir,
you can do.
remember si Dirk? He was told by the Dallas Mavericks not to even accept or not to even play in public para hindi makita. So naglalaway na yung Dallas Mavericks when he saw him play in Europe. And he was asked not to play. Don't even
Mm.
play. We don't want to see you play. Baka may makita pang ibang team. So yun yung
Yeah.
talagang generational talent talaga na. I mean,
Oo.
ibang klase.
Mhm.
I agree, with Kai having a lot of upside and it's not yet over. You should never give up. Kahit sino, you should never give up on your dreams, 'di ba?
But he
Setback lang.
should not stop improving. That's the point then, I guess,
Yes,
sir.
yun yung
So,
dapat nandun. Improvement and hindi lang incremental. Massive improvement, 'di ba? Dapat makikita. Kasi kung kapiranggot lang improvement mo, it's nothing.
Mhm.
Di ba? Ayun. Oh, Gilas ang pag-usapan natin. Ang huling nating talakayan. Gilas, your thoughts? Farley, anong mangyayari sa darating na mga laban ng
They will
Gilas?
play New Zealand on the 30th, I think.
Oh.
Tapos sa New Zealand yun. Tapos on Sunday dito naman sa MOA against India. Uh,
How, parang kapos yata yung lineup natin.
Oo, 11 lang yung nagpunta na players. So, it will be tough.
Pero at least, Farley, di ba, na-stabilize na rin yung coaching staff, di ba? Now you have some really good coaches there, di ba? To help Coach Chot, di ba?
Pero ito nga to, si ano pa rin.
Oo,
Yeah,
hindi
yeah.
pa. But more or less, stabilize yung sitwasyon natin.
Yeah.
Kasi pasok na rin tayo kahit ano pang mangyari,
Yes.
di ba? Kasi tayo host.
Yeah.
Di ba? So ngayon, it's just to gain experience and of course, try to win. Di ba? Alam mo, pag talo tayo, nagagalit ng mga Pinoy.
Oo nga, parang kala mo naman, galing natin lagi. Di ba? Spoiled mga tao.
Ito lang ha, alam mo, ito nung OQT, yung Olympic qualifiers ng 2014. So, kinalaban natin France and New Zealand. And kaya France ang unang kinalaban. They thought it was the perfect chance to ambush a French team that might still be suffering from jet lag and all that.
Wala,
But
lampasing.
obviously, it did not happen. One, they were not
Lampaso.
They were not complete. And then, admittedly, pepetiks-petiks sila ng simula and until na-challenge si Tony Parker kay Terence Romeo. In fact, binanggit na yun yung post-game. Natatandaan ko yun dahil media officer ako noon. Sabi ni Tony Parker, di ba? You can dribble like that, but you're not getting from point A to point B.
Yeah.
What are you trying to prove?
I was there also. I watched at MOA.
Oh, partner. Picture tayo sa stand.
Yeah.
Diba? Alam mo, simpleng head fake. Iwan si Terence Romeo. Simpleng head fake. Wala man stutter move or anything. Simpleng ganun lang. Iwan siya. Tapos layup si Parker. Sabi ko, wow. Diba? Hanip yun. I mean, I'm not putting Terence down. He's a fabulous player.
Yeah.
But I think, you can see the quality. I'm not saying walang quality yung Philippine player. Yeah, definitely we have quality. But yeah, we still have a long ways to go. Oh, your thoughts, guys. Your thoughts. Final thoughts that you want to share about the coming Gilas window.
Sige, si Paul muna.
Ako, sir, I'm just excited to watch anything Gilas. Yeah. I mean, especially these guys are playing the younger Gilas version,
yes.
not the reinforced one. So I'm just happy they're gonna get some playing time. They're gonna get exposure. I don't really care if they lose by 1,000,000 points. Basta just the opportunity to see them play. Okay na ako dun, sir. Happy na ako dun.
Yeah.
Kasi like what you said naman, they qualified na eh. So let this be a stage where they actually just try to really prove their worth. And I'm excited about those who haven't played yet, like si Renz Abando. I want to see him play in an international level. Gusto ko lang, sir, makita. Honestly. Pero yun na nga, hindi ko alam how he will play kasi donut tayo ngayon, walang sentro, no, sir?
Oo, Tamayo is yung mga, yun na yung...
Si Gio Chu lang?
Tamayo, which is not really a center.
That's right. Exciting, no?
Bakit si 30?
Excited and grateful lang. Yun lang yung feeling ko about this window. Excited and grateful.
May tanong?
I get to watch.
May tanong si 102 Michael.
May tanong.
Wala daw si 30? Wala ba? Sa Gilas?
Parang wala nga yata, sir.
Bakit? 11 lang naman sila.
Well, I'm reading now. It says Dwight Ramos, RJ Abarrientos, SJ Belangel, Renz Abando, Carl Tamayo, Francis Lopez, William Navarro, Kevin Kiambao, and Gio Chu. But that's just 9. Sino kaya iba pa? You have to... baka yung dalawang Ravenna brothers. So I think they're playing.
I don't see any reason unless he's injured.
Pero good lineup pa rin yan. Baka magulat sila. Diba?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave is playing.
I think when expectations are low, we play better.
Si Dave ang
Di ba? Oh, two,
inad.
Oh, Dave is playing.
10 lang
Yeah,
yung
that's
lumaban
si
interesting.
dati,
Dave
di
is
ba?
playing.
Yung
Oo.
friendlies. 10
Oh,
lang yung naglaro friendlies against Korea eh. And then Dave Ildefonso was added because he's fully recovered from the ankle injury.
yes, yes, yes,
So I don't know with
yes.
30.
Okay.
It would,
Okay, yan yung
it would be nice
pag-uusapan namin
to
sa next.
watch this on Thursday 3:30 Manila
Oo,
time,
tama,
and
tama.
then Sunday India 7 p.m. Tingnan natin.
Mhm. Okay. So, dito nagtatapos ang ating episode.
Yeah.
Unusual na Tuesday kasi nag-brownout sa amin kagabi. Pasensya na po.
Yeah.
Di ba? Alas 8 pasado na, 8, mga 8:30,
Oo, nag-message ka.
8:40. Pero kaming kuryente dito, hindi natin nagawa yung podcast.
Yep.
Di ba? Paul, thank you so much. We hope to see you in the next episode. The more the merrier.
Yeah.
Pati si Car Cooler.
Sportito
Sama ka.
Joe.
Sportito, oo, ikaw. Ah,
Gaantay.
Lunes tayo ulit. Lunes.
Next week?
7:30.
Ayun, tapos na yung FIBA nun. Tapos na yung Gilas.
Oo, no tacos. Gusto ko ng halo-halo.
Oo, yung totoo yung totoo. Yung totoo.
Oh, Farley, Paul, final words, then we'll hear from Farley before we close the show.
Sige, Paul.
Sir,
Paul?
just wanted to say thank you for
Yeah.
for including yours truly.
Sure.
They're
Okay,
very
okay.
nice discussion.
Monday ulit,
Thank you
Monday.
very much.
Mas masaya pag marami.
Oo.
Masaya talaga, sir, pag madami.
Oo.
Masaya pag madami.
Sport.
Oo. Tsaka maganda yung topic kasi yung NBA draft, di ba?
Yeah.
Very good topic.
Sir, meron ako suggestion lang. Although baka pasayin na siya by next week eh. What do you think of before you end remember si Skip Bayless said something about Westbrook, and then Westbrook reacted. I don't know if he's gonna actually go to that set kasi he has an open invitation. Sabi kasi ni Westbrook, tell that to my face, diba? And then si Skip Bayless said, okay, you're invited to my podcast. I'm gonna explain to you why you're the most overrated player, overpaid, and why I called you Westbrook. So, I don't know. I'm excited for him to actually go. But
Exactly.
ang tingin ko lang, he's stupid for taking the bait. He just took the bait, hook, line, and sinker. Wala.
Well,
He's
alam
gonna
mo
be
kasi-
happy. Si Skip is
Alam mo
gonna be
kasi,
happy.
I used to be a major fan of Skip, but over the years, I thought that masyado siyang sobra na with LeBron James, di ba?
Courting controversy siya, sir.
And, I still think Jordan is the GOAT, but I'm a LeBron James fan. And I thought that he was overboard in the way he would attack LeBron James. No? Sobrang overboard. And parang, ewan ko, sometimes they do it on purpose just for controversy. As you said, no?
Yep.
You create hits.
Yeah.
It's all about the hits.
It's all about the hits converting
Well,
into greenback.
If Russell Westbrook shows up, we're gonna see a different kind of hit. Yun nga lang, makakasuhan ka. Oh, Farley. Last
Hoy,
words,
sabi ni
Farley.
Sportito Joe, di natin napag-usapan yung win ng Detroit sa draft. Yeah. So, first, bale, next week.
Habulin natin
Sali ka,
next
Sportito
week.
Joe, adjust mo yung schedule mo. Thank you for
Oh.
for watching us. And
Monday night tayo, Monday night,
yeah,
7:30.
tapos
Monday
follow
night.
me, Farley Aguila. Kumu. Thank you.
Oh, teka, Farley, bago tayo kailangan may
Oo nga
picture
pala.
kasi si
Dali.
Paul magpakita eh.
One.
Paul, magpakita ka na, picture lang.
Sa ano na lang, sir, tayo magpa-picture sa Mamu pag naglibre si Tito Farley.
Oh, sige.
Okay, one.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Okay.
Alright, so dito tayo nagtatapos sa isa pang episode ng The Point After. Si Anton Holmes ayaw magpakita talaga.
Wala naman sigurong atraso yan, ano?
Oo.
Baka madamay tayo, ha?
Oo nga.
Busy
Sige,
lang, sir.
sige.
Busy. Madaming
Yeah.
inaasikaso yun.
Thanks,
very
Chief.
busy.
Nakita ko nga,
Thank you,
parang
rin.
nasa binibining Pilipinas si Loco no?
Parang lahat eh. Ang dami. From what do you call this? From Miss Universe to parang
Grabe.
Kumu top class. Ang dami. Sobrang busy lang ng tao na yun. So.
Oo, iba talaga pag pogi no?
Yes.
Alright.
Thank you, sirs.
Thank you,
For
Paul.
Farley Aguila, Paul of NBA Inside Shop. Ito si Rick Olivares. Maraming salamat for watching The Point After. We will see you next week to our community.
Yes.
Bye-bye. Ingat lang.
Bye, bro. See you.
Bye. Sige, sige.